Let's finish with our thin lenses.
So thin lenses is the magnification one, right? So
Say again.
the magnification one, right?
Yes, yes. We have done all that.
Okay, no,
we have done that already. Now we are going to look at the lens makers formula.
okay. The one over
You have
U
done
plus one over V equals
I
to
just
one over
review
F.
with you the lens makers formula. Right?
Okay.
So we are on page 139 in your book. Right? There's your lens. N1 is outside, N2 is the lens. Right? Reflective index of the lens. N1 outside. O is the object. Right? Object distance from the center.
Yeah, I can't see your slide.
You can't see my slide. What is happening? Oh, sorry.
Now I can see.
Okay, tell me whatever you got problem. Page 139, thin lenses and lens makers formula. So outside there is your air, N1. Then there is your lens, reflective index N2. Then N1 is air. O is your object. Distance is object distance is U. And that's the ray from the object. And then after that you form your image. I is your image. From the center to I is your image distance. And then remember that that surface is part of the sphere. Right? R1. That one is part of a sphere. We call it R2. O is the object. I is the image in the medium or reflective index N1. Convex lens has a reflective index N2. Right? So I've gone over with you. N2 is greater than N1. Radii of curvature of the first and the second, right? R1, R2.
So radii, the curvature is that lens, right? So basically.
Radius of curvature is you just think of it as it's a big sphere. There's a big sphere from the side. R1. Then R2 is this sphere. There's your R2 from the center. Okay.
Okay.
I assume that the lens is thin. That is the thickness is negligible. That means where we compare the thickness to U or to V is negligible. Right? So OB, right, at the center or B there is your U, object distance, and then BI, right? BI is a optical center we like, or D. Usually we take it from the center. DI is your image distance. Right? Consider the first surface. Okay, that surface there.
Oh yeah, it's next week, right, sir?
Yeah.
Next week is test for me, not SEM1, just SEM3. But like not the important one, it's just the normal Pentaxiran.
Yeah, it is a chance for you to practice.
No, but I'm focusing SEM1, so the SEM3 not so much.
That's why I say SEM3 you have to start revising also and start sending me work to mark already. If you want me to mark. Okay, we look at the surface, convex surface. There's your U. And there's your I1. There's your V1. Okay. And we use the lens formula. Right? Recognize this is your N1. This is your N2. And there's your U. So it's almost the same formula, except R you have to change to R1. Okay. Same. This one we want positive. R is R1, equation 1. Then now, I remember the light is from here. The image is here. Now this image become the object for the second surface. So we call it virtual object because it's here, right? Not here. So rewrite our same. We are using the lens equation.
This is convex lens, right, sir?
This is concave already because the light is coming from here. Yeah,
Oh.
this is concave.
No, sir, but sir, I wanted to ask the thing, right? Sometimes it's very hard to identify which one is concave, which one is convex. How to identify?
See where the light is coming from? No? Initial light, like this part, the object. That's the light. So this is concave.
Okay.
Just now was convex. Right? And this is the image.
If it was convex means, sir?
Convex is like what we did just now. This one. Where the light is coming from. This is where the light is coming out from the object. So this is convex.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we have, this is the image. Right? This image that produced by the first surface is now the virtual object because it's on this side, not on this side. Right? We use the same formula, but we have to change all that. Right? We write that I1 is a virtual object for the second surface. There's a second surface. So our U is normal, this one. Right? This is our U. It's virtual, so it's negative. Then our V will be here. Right? That's the final image there. V. And then N1 becomes N2. Then this is N2. N2 becomes N1. Okay. So that's your final image. That's your image B. Correct side, that's why it's positive. Right? It's negative because it's on the wrong side. It's supposed to be here, but it's here. So we just replace your N1. N1 is now N2. U is just minus V1. N2 becomes N1. V is just the same, V. And that one is N2 minus N1. Right? Remember, we want a positive value here. And the surface is R2. Okay, combining the two.
Go back again. Okay, you said virtual object, right, sir? Correct, I1. That means the I is the virtual image of the object, original object, right?
Say again.
No, the I, not the I1. The I is a virtual image for the object, right?
No, I is a real image because the light is coming from here, left hand side.
Yeah.
So it's on this side, correct? Think of it as lens.
Image.
Think of it as lens. If it's on this side, then it's correct. Right? This is a lens, convex lens. So image is here, it's real image. This is virtual object. Okay. Any other comment?
I'm confused. No, because the object is coming from the left original, then on the right is image, correct, right?
Think of it as lens. Think of it as convex lens. Right? Let me just review with you. Right? Think of it as convex lens. Right? That you have studied before, refer to it. U is positive is here. Real is positive. So is your V is here. V is positive.
Yeah.
F is also positive. But if your V is here, then it's negative.
Then U will be negative.
So if U is here,
yeah.
Right? U is here, then U is negative. It's a virtual object. Okay. It's a bit confusing. this topic.
Yeah, it's confusing, really confusing.
That's why I teach you. I have to go and master it myself. Okay, so we combine the two equations that we have derived. Right? Equation 1, equation 2. Right? So we add the two equations.
Yes.
This one will go off. Right? This one will go
Correct.
off. So we got N1U, N1V. And then this one is here. This one is here. Okay. And we can take our N1 out. Common factor. 1 over U, 1 over V. Same thing. Take N2 minus N1 out. This become 1 over R1, 1 over R2. Okay. It's in your book.
Yeah, I understand. So then after that, what's your?
Okay, let's carry on.
Oh yeah, that's the lens maker formula.
Okay, so we can divide by N1.
1 over U plus 1 over V equals to 1 over F.
Divide by N1. That's our final equation. That's a third equation. Right? You need to memorize that to use it. And then we use a fact, experimental fact, rays coming from object at infinity. That one, infinity. So this is 0.
0 lah.
Will converge at the focal length. That means this become F. Right? That's our equation. Okay. So now we got equation 3 and equation 4. We just divide. This one will cancel this one. It becomes 1. And this one divided by that one. Right? We take 1 over F across the other side. So that's what we get. Okay, the formula for lenses. Lens formula.
This is the derivation lah.
In lens formula. Okay. Anything not clear?
No, so far okay. So I can understand the formula. Just that when drawing the lens, right, so it can be a bit confusing. Like using the formula, like okay, only can substitute, but
that's why
drawing part is a bit annoying.
You have to work with the problem. Work with the problem, then you can understand better. Just like me also, when I was your age, I also confused. Ask my classmate.
No, because using the formula is like okay for me, like I can understand like what to do. Just when drawing only. But yeah, correct lah.
You have to solve problem. That's how you learn. I also teaching you have to learn. When I was your age also, I was a bit confused. Ask my friend also cannot understand. They cannot explain to me. Landmaker's formula. That is a formula that we have derived.
Yes. Yes, N1 will be 1 lah.
Actually memorize this one now. Then N1 equals 1 because it's
so always so I want to ask, N1 they won't give a value, but how come N2 they give a value, N1 is a constant? The one I don't get it.
Say again.
No, I mean like because N1 is always equals to 1. Why is that a constant? But then N2 they give the value. How come?
N2 they will give sometimes depend on the material you use. But
no,
N1 is
but why N1 has to be 1? I don't understand.
That one you can determine. You can determine.
How?
Don't have to worry about how lah. Just accept it. Just accept it. Okay? Just accept it.
No, but where the
all
air,
you need to do is you have a packet of air and then you have vacuum. Then you just
vacuum is no air lah.
Vacuum no air, then you can use vacuum, you can use air, glass in air, right? And vacuum, and then you can calculate. You should get your refractive index as quite close to 1, same as vacuum. Okay, no point unless you want to know more, then you have to look up a reference book. But no point in going too far. You're required to know how to use the formula. Right? So from there we get our Landmaker's formula. This is called our Landmaker, sorry. This is our Landmaker's formula. Okay. Right, convention. Right, there's a convex lens. We are just using real is positive lah. So if the light ray is coming from here, then U is positive. If V and F is positive, if V is here, then V will be negative. If V is here, V will be positive on the right hand side.
So just think of it opposite sides lah.
And then if U is in the opposite side also negative, then for diverging lens, right, that's where your object is. So the object is positive. The image is always virtual. So it's always on this side. So it's negative. F is negative. Or I can use this table to summarize for you. Okay.
Okay. Ocha, you do know they're giving holiday, right? So the 1 week.
Say again.
Chinese New Year, they're giving it 1 week holiday.
Yeah, Chinese holiday. I think we won't have classes. So.
No. So it'll be very stressful that week.
So that will give you a time to revise. So.
No. But here's the thing, because exam February 14, right? Correct.
Exam February 14.
Then Chinese New Year 1 and 2. Then 1 whole week holiday. On that week.
I know. That one I also will be taking holiday also. Friday and Saturday.
I know. Oh, only Friday and Saturday you take holiday. So.
I won't be around for the whole week. Chinese New Year week, I won't be around.
Okay.
Before that, I'll be around.
Right.
Before I'll be around. Your final exam is in March, so you still got time.
No. February.
Huh? February,
I told you what, February.
Final exam is February.
Hey, no. Sem 1 exam. Sem 1. Sorry. Sem 1.
Yeah, but
final exam is May.
That is the third term one.
Third term 1 May.
Then first term one is February.
Yes.
Then you should be putting more effort to practice already.
I didn't tell you the date. I thought I told you.
You didn't send me the date.
Wait there. I can send the exam timetable easy for me.
I thought the third term will come first, and then after that, first term and the second term.
Okay. Wait, answer.
Okay, if this part not need to worry so much. The next part, I teach you because it was in your book, and the writer is an old teacher, so he may. This is more experimental. Right? That formula we can play with it to get different type of graph. Right? Subject our V, take 1 over U across the other side, 1 over F minus 1 over U. And then right, common factor FU is U minus V. Then we invert it, we get this formula. Then we can draw this graph. Right? And then we can have another graph, V equals to U. V equals to U, put that as U. So we got 2 over U is 1 over F. That one there. Then we can place your U equals to F, U equals to 2F here. Right? Or here, doesn't matter. Then it is 2F. 2F here is 2F minus F is still got F. F and F cancel. So you got 2F there. Right? So this is more for experiment to determine the focal length as well. So that is the graph for this one. Right? Hyperbola. And then this V minus V equals to U is this graph. So where they cut is this point. Right? I think don't be unnecessarily worry about all that.
Because you do V equals to UF over U minus F, I get it. But then why is suddenly 2 over U equals to 1 over F? And then that.
This one you want, you can use this equation to calculate this value.
Okay.
Okay. Or
okay.
you can Use this equation to calculate this value, same thing, no? Or you can use any equation to calculate this value. To show, it doesn't matter. Whichever is
The
easier for
answer is
you.
to get 2F lah.
Answer is if it's 2F, you should get V equals to 2F. Or V equals to 2F, U equals to F. That's what it means. So that this author is just trying to show you where the two curve cut. That's the point where it's 2F and 2F. The coordinate is 2F and 2F. That's all. Don't be unnecessarily worried. I don't think it should be there. Right? The other alternative graph is you take it across there. 1 over V equals 0. Right? This is the equation of a straight line. We draw this graph against that graph there. Equation of a straight line. Right? This is the y-intercept. Where your V equals 0. 1 over V equals 0. That means this is 1 over V. This is 1 over U. So if that is 0, that is 0. And 1 over U is 1 over F. Or you take this one equals to 0. That's your X equals to 0. X equals to 0 is this line. Then you get your 1 over V. 1 over V is your Y. So you just plot a graph. This is more for experiment, which you don't have now. Okay with that?
Yeah, because same lah.
I don't think I will go over with you this one. You can review your graph. Power of lens. Right? This is your SPM work. Power of lens is the reciprocal of focal length.
So 1 over F lah.
SI unit. D.
This one.
Dioptra. So 1 dioptra is the power of a lens whose focal length is 1 meter. Sign convention, positive for convex lens, negative for concave lens. Okay, solve this one for me. What's the answer?
This one. Concave lens. Concave lens means negative. So focal length 25. What is the power? Okay. Positive 0.04. Is it?
You're supposed to be
positive 0.04.
You're supposed to change
so,
the meter.
Sorry, positive 0.04 meter. Hey, no. Don't show me the answer yet. Sorry. 25 cm to meter. So 1 over 4. So 4. The answer is positive 4. Positive 4. Positive 4.
Minus 4.
Oh, minus.
Concave.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Minus.
You are very careless.
Lens. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, concave mirror is positive, concave lens negative. So yeah, I'm a careless mistake.
Okay. Conjugate pair.
I have another question. Go back again. No, there was once this question. I think 2 or 3 days I did the answer. Hello?
What question is that?
No. The answer is all provided. Okay, sir. Answer is all provided.
Okay, so what's the problem?
No, here's the thing, sir. I think if I can remember right, they gave the answer for P and then the answer for R, the radius of curvature. So what I thought is, in order to find focal length, I thought I had to do F equals to 1 over 2 R. It was wrong. But then I had to use the P value and then find the F, it seems. So is it, and ignore the R. Should it work that way, sir? Is it?
I'm not sure what question you're referring to. If you can.
No. Because focal length, right, sir? Is equals to 1 over 2 radius, right? So correct.
Focal length is radius over 2, yeah?
Yeah. There was this question, similar question like this. They only gave the value of P and then the value of R. The radius and the value of P.
Is in your book,
so what I thought No. This one the school they gave lah. So I tried lah at first. So I thought usually they'll do F equals to 1 over 2R. I did like that also, and I got wrong. Turns out you have to put the P value inside and then find. So is
F
it wrong
equals
or
to
something?
R divided by 2, not 2R.
Yeah. Yeah,
R
F
divided by
equals to R
2.
over 2.
Ah,
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yeah, lah, 1 over 2 R lah. So, yeah.
We'll do some problem after this.
Okay.
Okay, conjugate pairs. Right? The idea of conjugate pairs is this is the object, this is the image.
Yeah.
Now you can put your object here, you will still get the image there. Right? Same
Opposite
distance.
lah.
Just treat the light as traveling in the
Oh,
opposite
it looks
direction.
like reflection.
Reversibility of light, right? Or you can use it this way, it's still the same. Right? That's what it means. Okay.
So actually, it's like reflection a bit, like, sir, to be honest.
This is called reversibility of light. Reflection is by the lens.
Oh, yes, by the lens. Oh, but it's not reflection, it's something else. They call it reversible lah. Reverse.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See whether you know how to do this question or not.
Okay.
How to derive this equation. It's not in your book.
Oh. If F1 is the focal length of L1 and
See whether you can derive this
L2.
equation or not. This is F1 for L1, F2 for L2. This is the first lens. This is the final image.
Mm.
Can know how to derive. Treat one lens by lens. L1, start with L1 first. Yeah, that's your L1. That's the image for L1. So that's your U1. That's your V1. Right? And right, for lens 1, F equals to F1, U equals to U1, V equals to V1. And use the lens formula. Right? 1 over F1, 1 over V1 over U2, V1. Then after that, use your lens 2. This is now the object, virtual object. Yeah, have a go.
Is it like just now one you did the derivation?
Quite similar. Just applying the formula, that's all. Now look at lens 2. Right now for lens 2, your focal length, the object distance, and your image distance.
Opposite lah.
Yeah, that's your lens 2.
So 1 over F2.
This now is become the virtual object. That's why you got V minus V1. Right? U2 is now your minus V1. And this is your V2. It's your V2. That's all. And apply the formula. Okay. Lens formula 1 over F2, 1 over U2, 1 over V2. Then replace your U2 with minus your V1. You get this equation. Okay. Then add these two equations. 1 over F1 plus 1 over F2. This one will go off and you add them up. Only left with these two. So we got, that's your U. That's your V. So this is 1 over F. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Have you done your worksheet? Haven't yet.
Haven't yet. By Friday lah.
Okay, let's do our checkpoint.
Yeah, you want me to finish the focus, which focus on Friday, the 22.
Focus 22 should be done by Friday. Then
Okay,
Saturday,
then the 23.
23 we will start on Saturday.
Oh, the new chapter lah. Okay, okay. All right.
We will use some of time for worksheet if we cannot finish today. Okay. Try number 3. I didn't want, you can try to do we are now 22.5. Right? 1 and 2 you can try yourself. I don't think it will come out. This is the old way of doing things. Okay, but one can try out as a challenge if you want to. We will try number 3. See, you can do that. You want 5 minutes break?
So fast, sir.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
No,
can try that yourself if you want to. 3,
yeah,
4,
sure,
5.
sure. At least then later when I see video, it'll be half an hour. I won't be stressed. No.
See, video won't help you. You have to learn yourself. You have to force yourself to understand. Watching video and me solving for you, you won't learn anything. That's why it's happening.
Yeah, exercise lah.
You have to do it to force yourself to understand. Anyway, we will solve 3 questions. After that, we'll give you a short break. Then we'll go to worksheet, complete all the worksheet. Yeah, can?
Yeah, 5 minutes break, sir.
You want 5 minutes break?
Oh.
Make sure you take the break for a drink and then do your 3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5. This one is
number 3.
Yeah,
3, 4, 5. Only 3 questions. After that, we go to worksheet. Either 21 or 22 also. Okay or not?
Oh, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Okay, I will take I will end now. Give you your 5 minutes break for stretching yourself.